How you doing? My name is Sean Dixon. Today I'm going to go over a culture you may or may not know called the Inca civilization. Next slide. Alright, every culture, as you know, is unique and different, and they have different beliefs and their ways of life. I didn't really fully realize how important and how advanced the Inca culture was until I started doing some research on it. Next slide. I'm going to be going over their religion, their culture, their technology, and their skill set. With their religion, the Incas definitely believe in afterlife, and when it comes to their dead, they're considered a hayuka, which is a sacred object. Many family members or relatives will bring clothing and food in hopes that their dead relative or family member would be able to use it in the afterlife. The Incas also believed in sacrifices. A lot of times it usually is animals, but during a death of an emperor or somebody high up in the government, like an example in 1527, there was 4,000 that were sacrificed because the emperor had died and passed. The Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Incas have a similar belief background as far as they believe in multiple gods, same as the Norwegians or the Egyptians. They have their sun gods, mountain gods, river gods, they have their wind gods, and so on and so forth. But their main god, like in the Christian God, that created everything and everything in life, for them it would be the Verachoka, or Werachoka is the way it's actually pronounced in our language. Here's an example of their culture and their setup. You can see the pillars in each one of these steps, each one of these levels of ground or elevations. There's actually hidden steps that allows you to walk up to the next area, which I thought that was pretty cool when I found out. Next slide. Okay, first and foremost, the population of the Inca was between 4 to 37 million, and the problem is they can't have an accurate count because Incas did not have a written record. They tied knots into strings and used certain spacings to tell what it meant, and through the generations, learning how to read it was lost. The Incas would, for a young child, would wrap their head in a cloth if they were important or considered to be son of a deity, and to get the cone shape on the head. I don't know if you've ever seen cone heads, but something similar to that. Next slide. Here's an example of an actual the capital. You see here where you got your irrigation, your steps. You have your living areas right here, and up towards the top, towards the highest pieces, where you have your government officials and your emperor. The Inca also believed that the emperor was a direct descendant of the sun god. The Incas would also regularly hold IQ tests to see what job you actually qualified for, whether you go into a trade or whether or not you'd be part of the government. Due to the increased elevation, their actual blood volume was, they had 4 more pints of blood than normal humans today would have. The lung capacity was 1/3 more than what we have currently today. Average height of a man was 5'2", and average height of a woman was 4'9". It's kind of funny that we were talking about heights and measurements, because the Incas didn't actually have a standard form measurement, metric or standard like we do. They used fingers, hands, or pace counts to keep track of distance. They also, when it came to judging time, they set up holidays and special occasions to keep track of the calendar year. But as far as research has shown, they don't actually keep track of the actual day. Next. And also when it comes to the culture, with the lack of steel and iron that they didn't have for armor or weapon systems, and just using nothing but wood, bones, and bronze, that allowed the Spanish to actually end up conquering them and taking over their empire in 1572. But some of their technological skill sets, which I'm going to go over right now, is at the peak of their empire, the road system was over 25,000 square feet of road, which allowed them to reach 1,200,000 square foot of the area that they controlled. The Incas would also use cocoa plants and chew on them, the leaves, to increase energy and suppress hunger. and also in surgical conditions it'd be used as a local or an anesthetic. And, the Incas, when they came into the area, the survival rate of skull surgery was only 1 out of 3. The Incas came in with their advancements in knowledge and actually had an 80 to 90% survival rate. There was an article I read where one man had 6 surgeries and survived all 6 surgeries and fully recovered. And here's a picture of it right here. This isn't the actual gentleman that had the 6 surgeries, but it's just an example that I came up with, or was able to put on the slideshow. But he didn't die till 7th surgery, and from the aging that they were looking at, he was about 60-something years old. Another thing that I like to talk about too is they didn't, like I said before, they didn't have iron or steel. So when they're cutting your head open, all they got is a sharpened bone, or rock, or maybe some bronze to cut you open with. And one thing I'd like to mention too is, as marvelous and amazing as this culture was, one thing that was never mentioned is their ability to control bleeding in any article I read, and the ability to treat for infection. So, next slide will show you an example of something they used to make that incision. It's right there. And so, I hope you think that the Inca culture is as amazing as I do, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you.